Here's one of our bottle babies. He was born blind. And his sister, who's in the background, was also born blind last season. So we've moved them out to the Back to Eden garden to graze on the grass and the weeds before we plant. So he'll be bottle fed and then be moved on to pasture. Hi everybody, it's Lana from Prosperity Pastures. I'm just checking on all of our ewes this morning. We have one in labor in the small barn. She's a mature ewe, so she had one already, and I'm just checking to make sure, see what happens. Maybe she'll have twins. This little guy, he was in our video from Saturday, and his mom rejected him. She walked away as soon as we put him outside. So he's a bottle baby, and so he'll be highlighted in some of our videos since he likes to follow us around. Yeah, let's go check on Cotton. She's in the barn, so we'll go see how she's doing. Okay, so Cotton has dropped one baby already, so we'll just keep an eye on her. She should likely have another one. I'm just going to go check on everybody else. There's our little bottle baby, Mr. Speckle. The girls are all at the minerals. This was a ewe lamb from last year. She's only a yearling. She had her first baby on Thursday morning, and she seems to be doing well. We put her in the barn so they could bond, and her little guy is nursing well. Somebody's following me. Here he comes. Lots of babies everywhere. We're almost half done. The yellow tags on their ears mean that they are market lambs. And the blue tags that you'll see on some of the lambs are little ewe lambs that we'll be holding back. This windbreak seems to be a favorite spot for everybody to lay. Lots of mums and babies. This little guy was also born blind. His twin sister was not. He is on the pasture with his mom and his sister, and we bottle feed him to supplement him, just to make sure he's getting enough. He does nurse, but we're not sure how frequently. Okay, the rhubarb is starting to come in the Back to Eden garden. This has been here for a lot of years. And asparagus, I need to mow that down, and then it should start coming here soon once the ground warms up a bit. This is the pen that the other blind ram that's a bottle baby and his sister are in, and she has been grazing in here since Wednesday. And look at it, she's got it mowed down pretty good. And I'll be planting potatoes, some potatoes in this area, pumpkins. So I think this afternoon we're gonna move this netting forward. This is their little shelter, and we put them in there at nighttime so no predators or dogs or anything else can get them. But we'll move this netting up into this area. As you can see, there is a lot of grass that's coming, and then that way I don't have to pull it. So we'll move the netting forward and they can graze on this area, and I'll be able to plant over here shortly. Mark and Mason just got back. They're picking square bales that were left in the hayfield that have been there for 2 years, and they're making a big compost pile for me. And I can use that all as mulch. Hey everybody, it's Lana from Prosperity Pastures Homestead. So there are 3 babies in there with that mama. That's Pretty. She was featured in our live sheep birth video from last season. And she had triplets last night, and they are all healthy and doing well. We brought them in last night because there was a major wind chill. It was to feel like -10 with the wind chill last night. So we just brought them in, and they're all doing fine. We are currently over half done with our lambing. We've had 33 lambs, and that is out of 23 ewes. So that's a pretty good rate. We still have 3 mature ewes to lamb, and I think 9 yearlings or first-time lambers. So we're not out of the woods yet, but it's really nice to see all these little babies, and they're healthy. We have 2 ewe lambs and 1 ram lamb, and they're all a decent size. None of them have floppy ears. They're all very healthy little lambs. That is always a joy and a blessing. This little ewe lamb was born Friday afternoon, and I'm almost certain she was premature. She is now drinking from her mom. This is a first-time lammer, and she's very skittish. I was bottle feeding this little one until this morning, and now she's strong enough that if I hold her mom, she can suck. So hopefully we won't have her as a bottle baby. Let's check out some of the babies in the little barn. And this is Cotton. Cotton is the mom. She's a bottle lamb that we had bought from my brother, and she has been one of our best mums. She had a little ewe this year, so we'll be keeping her baby back. As you can see, we got lots of babies. And about 7 o'clock in the evening, this place is busy. There's a lot of play that goes on at nighttime. And a lot of sleeping right now. We had twins this morning, or our ewe had twins this morning. Actually, it was Pretty's daughter. She's 2 years old, and this was her first time having babies. We're finding that our mothers that are 2 years old and it's their first time lambs are having twins, and they are being amazing mothers. We haven't had to help them to get the babies to suck, and they've got those mothering skills and are very protective of their babies. Let's go see these guys. This, I think, is one of the new ones. Yep, she had twin ewe lambs. Isn't she cute? Oh, I love your markings. And this is the little guy from our last lamb video who was having such a hard time with his castration, and he is doing fine. He is a big, big boy. You're just a brute. Another good mom. Lots of action. Okay, so we moved the netting and the shelter for the bottle lambs. We now have all 3 of our bottle lambs in this pen. The 2 of them are blind. This one here and this one here. and that ewe lamb that was born last year. This little fellow is not blind, but he is a bottle baby. It's just easier to have them all in this same area. So they're in the Back to Eden garden right now, and they're munching on this grass. I'll take you over here and show you where we had them before and how well it's been working. You can see she got this munched down pretty good. There's a lot of mulch there, and the grass is depleted. It'll be nice to plant potatoes in. So the plan is, once they're finished cleaning up the garden and I can plant, we will get them a bigger shelter, likely use one of our old stock trailers, and use the netting also, and they can keep the grass down in some places around the yard that we don't like to mow. Okay, check out this monstrous pile of mulch behind me. Mason and Mark have been hauling old square bales out of the hay field and putting it by my garden. And this will all go on the garden. I'll walk around this for you. You can see how big it is. I'll have mulch for a couple of years. I'm figuring it should break down and make some good compost also. But it's big. I don't know how many bales were out there. These are bales from a big storm that went through a couple of years ago that we didn't get picked because they got rained on. So now they'll be used for mulch.